soon found out what kind of honor this really is, the kind of honor that takes hours of preparation and is nerve-wracking. I began looking online for ideas and tips and soon found out that valedictorian is actually Latin for a formal farewell. This fact made me realize that this is indeed our farewell, from adolescence, from high school, and from each other. I then began thinking about what I should tell my classmates in my goodbye. Should I tell them to recycle, or maybe to vote Republican? While these are both important things to tell people, I didn't feel that they were right for the occasion. I finally came across what was important enough to preach about: responsibility. Most people would probably consider themselves responsible, but I'm not sure that they deserve the title. A lack of this very trait is what causes many of the problems that our families, communities, and nations today. It is rare you can hear a news story without a politician, corporation, or CEO using someone as a scapegoat and dodging the blame of their actions. Take, for instance, the oil spill in Louisiana. 3 groups, all blaming each other for a problem that is ravaging the area. My point is that we too often shift the blame of our own actions and problems onto someone else. An adult man sneaks into a killer whale tank after hours at SeaWorld and is killed. It must be SeaWorld's fault for not making it known that a killer whale can be dangerous. A woman dresses for a sunny day and it rains. It must be the weather station's fault for predicting it wrong. These are both real lawsuits, by the way. With all of these and other adults avoiding responsibility, how can anyone expect the next generation to do anything different? This is a problem that is not easily fixed, however. The solution is challenging and will often take personal sacrifice, but I believe the outcome is well worth it. The solution to this problem is to set an example. If our generation can set an example of how to act and take personal responsibility, the future generations will follow. There's a fine line between taking responsibility for your own actions and taking responsibility for everyone's actions, though. I would warn all of you to make sure you never cross this line and become the very scapegoat I was talking about earlier. But I'm sure if we set a good example of responsibility, other generations and other people will follow us. So I'm done preaching now, which brings me to the farewell portion of my speech. We are all leaving this place we have come to know so well. I know many of us are scared about what is coming next, and it is a big change, but this is also the most exciting time of our lives. As Tolkien said, it's a dangerous business going out your door. You step onto the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no telling where you may be swept off to. It is normal to be scared for an event like the one we are taking part in now, but I hope the fear won't prevent any of you from doing anything you want to in the world. And I hope that fear doesn't hold you back, but instead inspires you to go out and do great things. And don't allow your fear to keep you from making new friends, because we are separating from our current friends, our classmates. And the honest truth is that most of us will not keep in touch. Most of us will lose these friendships we cherish, that at this point in our lives, we simply could not live without. Some of you may be thinking that you will remain friends with lots of the people from this class, and I hope you do, but I would call that wishful thinking. And while all of this sounds depressing, you must remember what we are all moving on to. Whether it is college or work, or for one of us, the Navy, regardless of our specific plans, we are all leaving this comfort zone. And slowly the voids left by our lost friendships will be filled by new friendships and new relationships, never replacing the old, and making room for the new. The best thing we can do is cherish the memories we have and celebrate the time we have left. Class of 2010, there's not a better class I could have graduated with. I will miss all of you and the time we've shared, but this is, as I said earlier, our goodbye. So congratulations, class of 2010, and farewell to you all, my friends and classmates.